Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, Funtime Crafts 24/7. I have a little project tutorial here for you. I'm going to show you how to make a gift bag for an item that is larger than your We Are Memory Keeper gift bag punch board. And this is pretty much the easiest way that I know how to do it, using the punch board. The reason I'm using it instead of just doing it on the scoreboard is because I like how the bag comes out at a super fun, really professional style. I like that it punches the holes for me. And then I also like how the bottom is for construction, being able to fold that really nice, neat flap there. And so it's really easy to use the punch board. I think it actually makes it easier and quicker than using a scoreboard. So I'm going to show you how to make a version of these little gift bags here. And these ended up being for these two here, they were about 8 3/4 by about 6.5 inches wide, and a really good sized bag. You can put little journals, small photo albums, composition books in there, any altered writing tablets or anything like that. Anything that would fit in a 2-inch deep bag, you could fit in there just fine, and it would be a super fun way to personalize and give a gift. So let's get started here. What you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to find out the width and height of your item. And so since we're doing this tag here, let's measure the width. That's super important. This is 4.5 inches wide. And what you want to do is you want to add, so we're starting out with 4.5 inches. You want to add a 1/2 inch for a glue flap. Actually, you're going to add a 1/2 inch for slider depth, being able to fit it down in without it being too snug in the bag. So you're going to plus a 1/2 inch. Then you're going to add another 1/2 inch to give you a glue flap on the side. And so that's that. And so then the other thing you're going to add for is, because what we're going to do is just make two sides of the bag, and then we're going to glue them together. You're going to accommodate for the 2-inch side of the bag, one side of the bag, which is 2 inches, which is right here. That's where you get your 2 inches from. So you're going to add 2 inches to that. And then this is going to give you your total width for your paper. And so what does that give us? 4.5, 5.5. So 7.5 is our total here. 7.5 inches is our width. Make sure to put a W so you know how wide. Now let's see how tall we're going to make it. So we're going to do the same thing. Get our full measurement. This is about 8 inches. So we're going to take 8 inches. And we're going to add a 1/2 inch to the top for posterity, so our gift doesn't stick out the top. Then we're going to add the depth of our flaps for the bottom side. And you're going to get your depth by measuring this here, because this is what makes the flap. And that is about 1.5 inches. And so we're going to add 1.5 inches to that. And we come up with let's see, 10 inches. So we're going to be 10 inches high. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our paper 7.5 inches wide by 10 inches high. So let's go ahead and do that. So since I'm going to use this one, I can get that 7.5 by 10 out of a regular sheet of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a sheet of Pixie from the Stamps of Life and cut that. So we're gonna go 10 inches. Actually, we're gonna cut two of them 10 inches. 10 by 7 and a half. 10 by 7.5. And let's go 7.5. And by 7.5. Oh, that's only 7. Whoops. That would have been a party foul. Okay, there we go. So we got our 2 sheets, and now we're going to use our punch board. What you're going to do is you're going to take the width, and you're going to put it into the top of the punch board, starting on your start line, and it says start line right there. So you're going to line it up. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way here. On your start line there, you're going to punch for the corner edge of your flap. You're going to go ahead and, where's my score tool? Oh, there we go. Almost had to use my pencil. Let's see. You're going to go ahead and you're going to do your 2 V lines. You're going to do for the indent on the side of the bag. Don't go too far, though, because you'll rip your paper. And then you're going to do your side edge. Don't go too far so you don't rip your paper. And then you're going to go across, do the horizontal score line for the flaps and the bottom of your bag. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this line here, your side line, and no, actually what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to move, you're going to take this side line and you're going to go to this same start line right here, the little arrow, that's the start line, and you're going to punch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come all the way over here to the S. The edge of your paper is going to come all the way to the S. And you're going to score on the one that says side. But don't rip your paper down here. And then you're going to score your flap. And then what you're going to do is this score line here, you're going to take to your start line point there. And you're going to punch. And then you'll want to also make sure that you come back and finish scoring that flap. So there you go. And so now what you have is you have 2 sides of your bag and a glue line. And so we're going to do the same thing to the other one. So make sure that you have your width towards the top, the height going long ways, vertical, horizontal with the width, and you're going to put your first edge on your start line. And you're going to punch. Then you're going to score your sides of the bag. So your little V, your triangle, I mean, or V. And then down the crease line. But don't jump off the edge. And then you're going to do your side line. And you're going to score the bottom for your flaps and the bottom of your bag. Then you're going to take that score line. That's the side score line. And you're going to take it all the way over to the start line. And you're going to punch. And you're also going to go ahead and score. Ooh, but don't come off the edge. And then you're going to keep scoring. And you're going to take this edge all the way to S. And you're going to score the side. You're going to use a score line, that's the side. But don't come off the edge or you'll poke a hole in the paper. And then you're going to take that score line and you're going to go to the start point and you're going to punch. All right. And that gives you your 2 sides of the bag. So now what you want to do is you want to cut this little flap off because it's not needed. And you're going to do that on both of them. Oh, let's see. And then what you want to do is you want to fold all your score lines. And you're just going to use these score lines to finish folding up to the top. So these are the vertical ones. And then I fold this one back on itself. And I just fold to the point. And then fold the flaps down. And fold the flaps down. And that's going to make the bottom of your bag. Okay, and then let's do the other one. fold your score lines up to the top, turn it over, do this one, and then fold this one down on itself. I line up the edge to the edge, and then I just go right down to the point. And then fold the flaps down, fold the flaps down, and then that part's done. And now, since I have score lines at the top, I'm going to go ahead and punch my bag holes. And it's the reverse part back here. You're going to turn your board over, and then there's a little point right there. And what you're going to do is you're going to line, you're going to line on the score lines. You're going to line up that point on the score line, and you're going to punch. And it's going to give you your holes to pull your string through. But don't worry that it's not finished there, because it's going to match up with the other one. So put it on the score line. And then what you want to do is you want to take this edge and put it right at the tip of the point. And it's going to do your other one there. So let's do the other one. So we're going to put it right on the point. And then we're going to put it right on the point. And then we're going to go all the way and put that right on the point. This edge on the point. And there we go. Okay, now time to glue the bag together. Oh, so here. See how the holes line up like that? It makes it to where you can put a string through, and it will help keep it closed. So now let's glue. We're almost done. Okay, and so what I like to do here is I like to use art glitter glue, and I like to put it on the glue flap first. And then you take it and you go to opposite. So since you have a glue flap, you're going to go to a side flap. And you're going to just line it up. Make sure you're at the top. Like you're going to line this edge up with that edge there. The side to the side there. And then the top edge to the top edge. See? And then your hole lines up too. And then you're just going to burnish it down. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing with this one. Except we're just going to fold it back on itself, and then we can manipulate it once we get it mostly on there. So let's go ahead and get some glue on there. So you want to line up the bottom edge down there, line up this edge to the other side edge there, and then also making sure that you're lined up at the top as well. And then press it down. And then voila! You should have it, and it looks like that. So now what we want to do is we want to do, where are you guys at? We want to fold the two sides in like that, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to put a bead of glue on the edge here. And that's going to hold your flaps all together. And then what I like to do is square it up on the table, and then use my ruler, and then press it down on the inside. There we go. And then voila. that's the bottom of your bag. Look how nice and professional that looks. Isn't that great? And then you get the little sides, the pleated sides. How fun is that? I mean, it looks so finished. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and put our, tip back on our bottle so it doesn't dry out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab some, you want really light ribbon. What I found was some really thin, super light ribbon that you can pinch the sides of the bag and it'll just weave right through real easy. I had some really pretty glittery stuff from Michaels. It's super stiff, and even though it's really pretty, it wasn't as easy to use for bag handles. It still looked nice, but it just wasn't as easy. And so then what I like to do is figure out where I want my handles to go, and that looks good. So I'm going to try to cut enough to make it even. I'm going to tie a knot in this side. Oh, no. And then pull it. Oh, okay. There. And now I'm going to cut the extra off so it's not too big. And then what I like to do is pull it through the hole, just to the first part, to where it's on the inside. And then you can even it up by pulling the other side back through. And then because it's easy string, or it's easy like light ribbon, it's not very thick, it pulls through the holes really nice, so you can even it up real easy. It just makes it nicer when you can, it slides real easy, you know, on it. And then bam, look at that. How fun is that? So this one ended up being a little bit smaller than those. This one's only 5 inches wide by about 8 5/8 tall. And so let's go ahead and wrap this and see how we did. I'm just going to wrap it in my white tissue paper. And I like the look of it being on a triangle sticking out of the bag. I think that is really pretty. But I don't want that cut triangle. Let's put that at the bottom. I think that's where I tried a project and it didn't go well. So let's put this up here like a so. Fold it up. Wrap away. And then we can slide it down in the bag. Oh, see how nice that is? It slides down in there, and now we just need our little gift tag. So I made this one, and it has a longer ribbon on it, because I like the idea of it going, it being able to hang on its own. Wait. Hey, wait a second. What did I do here? Well, see, this ribbon is stiff. It's not the... This iridescent stuff is really stiff. I probably shouldn't have used that one. Shoot. This might not go as planned, but hey. Oh, and I need to put my decorative paper on. Whoops. The pretty part. Oh, did I ruin my ribbon? I might have to start over, guys. Oh, I think I might have. Oh, I think that'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Alright, let's add the decorative paper. We should have actually added that before we glued it together. Oh, that's a bummer. And I'm going to figure out what to do with this and while I'm sitting here doing this. But let's go ahead and add this. So basically what we want is, I'm going to cut this since it's about 4 3/4. I'm going to cut it to 4.5 by, below my little dots there, by 8. 4.5 by 8. Let's get a 4.5 inch piece. By 8. Oh, I wish I would have used some different ribbon now on my little shaker tag. Darn it. Oh, see, look how pretty that is. That's going to be so pretty. And not Christmassy, but it definitely goes with the tag, so that's what counts, right? And by 8. And then we're going to glue these on. Oh gosh, that's pretty. You could have just left it like this, but that is just so beautiful. I love it. And then you got all the extra pieces. Like you could make a matching shaker tag if you wanted to, or just a regular gift tag to go on the outside of the bag. You know, like the little card ones that dangle off the side of bags. You could just make that with the extra that's left because it's white on the back. Oh, see how pretty it is? That is so pretty. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That is pretty. Okay, so now, let's pop this one on the back. I like the dark purple at the top. How fun, but gosh, these, well, I used Stamps of Life paper, so that's like 50 cents a sheet. The other stuff, the if I would have used the Park Lane, that stuff is so economical. You get so much bang for your buck that, yeah, I don't, like this, I guess I'd have a little over $1 in it, with the decorative paper and everything, and then the 2 sheets of Stamps of Life. But, because I think Stamps of Life, if you don't buy it on the, you know, on a deal or anything, that stuff's like 50 cents a sheet. It's really nice, but it's super expensive. Whereas that Park Lane stuff that you get from Joann's, it is very economical. It's, yeah, I want to say it's only like 20 cents for a 12 by 12. So you end up with a lot more bang for your buck. But hey, it's totally worth it. Look how pretty that is. And it matches my gift card. So in all reality, that's honestly what it was all about anyhow. And so as soon as I figure out how I can get this darn tag on there, that's why you got to use the kind of soft ribbon instead of this stiff stuff. Like this is really stiff. I might just have to tie it on there. I think I'm just going to tie it. And then it'll just be a gift tag. So I wanted the iridescent sparkly. Can you blame me? It's so pretty. It's just pretty. And my sister-in-law will love it. There we go. There. That's cool, right? Come on, look how pretty that is. That ended up just nice. And that is going to be a fun way to give a gift tag, right? Yeah, and that wasn't so bad. That was super simple. So let's go over the little formula again. So you're going to measure your width. You're going to add 3 inches to the width. Then what you're going to add, then you're going to measure your height. And you're going to add 2 inches to the height. And then you're going to cut that. And then you're going to put your width across the top. You're going to use the first start line. You're going to punch. You're going to score your sides of your bag. And you're going to score the flap, the bottom of the bag. Then you're going to take this one here, scoot it over to the start line, punch. And then you're going to go all the way to the end of the paper, scoring the bottom line all the way to the end, and then you're going to line it up on the S, and then you're going to score your side, and then you're going to scoot that one over to the start line, and you're going to punch to get your 2 flaps. And you're going to do that twice. Glue them, fold them, decorate them, glue them together. Oh, don't forget to punch the holes at the top. Punch the holes at the top after you fold it. Then you decorate it. Then you glue it together, and then voila, you have a gorgeous, beautiful, fun gift bag. So whatever the width is, add 3 inches. Whatever the height is, add 2 inches, and you should be good to go. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and you guys have a great week. Thanks. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.